Dalton, Veronica, Canto, and Isidorix went back to Veronica's lake house that evening to have some drinks and talk. Isidorix and Canto instantly teleported to her house while Dalton and Veronica cruised there at a relaxing pace. Veronica pulls up in front of the house in her baby blue Porsche. Okay, wait a minute. Veronica pulls up and is greeted by Canto and Isidorix. So, this is your lake house. I like it. I like it too. Why don't you come inside with us, Dalton? Dalton, Veronica, Canto, and Isidorix go inside the house and sit down on the couch in the living room. Would you like a drink? What do you have? Something we earthlings call beer. Beer? Sure. Splendid. I'll get us some beer. Dalton, would you like a beer? Sure. Veronica goes to the refrigerator in her kitchen and grabs a beer for each of them. I got the beer. They all take a swig of the beer. Canto and Isidorix being aliens in planet Janicu where they don't have beer. Don't know that beer is an alcoholic beverage that can inebriate those who drink it. Canto and Isidorix seem a little intoxicated after drinking some beer. This beverage that you call beer is good. Also, it gives you a nice feeling. I agree. I'm glad you gave me beer. I'm happy to hear that you are happily drinking beer. Now you should keep drinking beer. Would you beings, a person and an alien, like to go to the Dreamlight Theater tonight to see a movie? What's showing? It's a double feature. That movie from the late 70s featuring Sigourney Weaver, Alien, and a new movie called Unseen Presence. That'd be wonderful. Great. We'll go tomorrow night. It starts at 7 p.m. Sure, the next evening arrives and they go to the Dreamlove Theater to see Alien. They walk up to the concession booth to order buckets of popcorn. The same woman at the booth is there. Let's just call her the woman at the booth. How can I help you people? I would like a bucket of popcorn. Wow. Are you a real-life alien? How coincidental. You are going to see the movie Alien here. Big deal. Just give me the fucking bucket of popcorn. No need to get rude with me. Okay, I'll say it without the rudeness. May I please have a fucking bucket of popcorn? Are you sure you want a bucket of popcorn? Yes, I'm fucking sure. That's not very fucking convincing. You must convince me on a psychic level that you truly want a fucking bucket of popcorn, conveying to me in psychic images not only the exquisite pleasure that popcorn brings to your mind and your soul as it excites your taste buds in a way that sends you into a realm of culinary delight that is orgasmic in its nature. Okay, I'll fucking try. Canto looks in the woman's eyes and tries to convince her on a psychic level that he truly wants a bucket of popcorn. There, are you fucking convinced? No, absolutely not. So I can't have a fucking bucket of popcorn? No, you fucking can't. What can I fucking have? You can have a fucking Mounds bar. A Mounds bar? I hate those. I hate coconuts. Why do they sell those fucking things to people and aliens. They fucking suck. Too bad, Kando. That's all you can fucking have. A Mounds bar and a glass of water. A Mounds bar and a glass of water. That's all you fucking get. I'm getting more than a Mounds bar and a glass of water. Sorry, Kando. That's all you fucking get. A Mounds bar and a glass of water. No, ma'am. I'm getting more than a Mounds bar and a glass of water. No, Kando. Sorry. For you, it's just going to be a Mounds bar and a glass of water. That's all you get. A Mounds bar and a glass of water. No, ma'am. Sorry, Kando. That's all you're getting. A Mounds bar and a glass of water. That's all you get. No, ma'am. All of a sudden, Kando grabs onto the woman holding her hostage. I would like to announce that I cannot abide by the rules of this movie theater. I am a real-life alien with many supernatural powers. I could teleport in time and space, psychokinetically move large objects, even buildings and cars, suspend people in vulnerable positions, and send people to a place of alien enslavement on planet Jondique. Are you sure that's all I could have is a Mounds bar and a glass of water? Here's your hot, buttery popcorn, Kando. Thanks. That's what I thought you would say. They went back into the theater to watch Unseen Presence and Alien. They were watching on-screen presence and didn't see any imagery on screen. Where's the movie? It's called Unseen Presence. You see it in your mind. That's where it takes place. We enter the movie together and can interact with the characters. Wow. The scene at the Dreamlove Theater is to be continued. Dalton and Veronica are sitting in the Dreamlove Theater waiting for Unseen Presence to begin. All of a sudden, Dalton and Veronica are on the set of a movie being filmed in Hollywood called Parallel Narrative. They have been psychically teleported to the movie. They look around, and it appears to be the same set as the original. Movie Heathers. They see Denise Denovi on the set. Hi, Dalton. Hi, Veronica. Hi, Denise. Where are we? You're on the set of Heathers. In parallel to the filming of Heathers are the events that took place that were not seen in the movie. Did you ever stop and think about what was taking place in parallel at the moment that scenes and movies are taking place? Yeah, I have, Denise. So have I, Denise. The movie that you are in is a sort of montage of scenes that took place in parallel to the scenes from Heathers. When you watch a movie that is set in a particular location, you see only some of what took place. There are other events taking place that don't make it to the film. This film that you are watching, that you're in, is called Parallel Narrative. It is a sort of montage of scenes that represent the events that also took place during the filming of Heathers on the set in the town and where it was filmed in. That's awesome. Happy to be a part of it. Okay, now that you know that what you are in, let me tell you what this scene is about. This is the cafeteria scene. In this scene, Veronica Sori meets JD for the first time. At the end of that Scene upon leaving the school for the day, in parallel to what you see in the movie Heathers, Veronica meets Dalton Donner in the parking lot. Veronica is walking up to her car and is greeted by Dalton. Now, here's your dialogue. Give it a try. Okay, let's try it, Dalton. Sure. Starts with you. Can I help you with something? Why are you staring at me? Oh, pardon me. My name is Dalton Donner. Pleased to meet you. Nice to meet you, Dalton. That's a cool name, but what do you want? I'm sorry, I couldn't help but overhear your conversation with JD in the cafeteria today. Where were you? I didn't see you in the cafeteria. I was in the hallway. I was looking at you through the window of the door. Okay. So you heard the conversation I had with JD. So what? Veronica, I don't think you should consort with a guy like that. He's trouble. In what way? He doesn't have your best interests at heart, Veronica. He has ulterior motives. I don't agree. I think he's a nice guy with the best of intentions. Believe me, Veronica, he's not. Please heed my warning. Can I talk to you about this in the parking lot after school tomorrow? Sure. I'll see you tomorrow. The next day arrives at Westbrook High School. Miss Sawyer pulls up to school in her baby blue Porsche, and Dalton Donner pulls up in his Pinto. They both enter the building and proceed to their respective rooms. Miss Sawyer gets on the loudspeaker to give her morning announcement. Good morning, students at Westbrook High School. Welcome to school. I hope you find so much intellectual stimulation in your endeavors on this beautiful day. That was my hope. Is my hope against hope? What I know to be the truth is that some of you are here to learn and love knowledge, and that the only knowledge that some of you love is where the crazy glue is in the supplies. So that you can put crazy glue in unsuspecting people's seats so that their asses get stuck to the seat. For the people who love to learn and improve themselves so that they can become productive, happy, assimilated, and civil members of society, have a great day. Dalton Donner, an aspiring young scientist, sees a science teacher in the hallway. Her name is Miss Eisenstein. Good morning, Miss Eisenstein. How's the science going? Science is good, Dalton. It's interesting how your name is Eisenstein. Charlotte Eisenstein. That's very close to Einstein. It's a coincidence. Albert Einstein is a personal hero of mine. I have an idea for you, Miss Eisenstein. Would you like to try to experiment with the DNA of some of the teachers here at Westbrook High School and crossbreed them to form a mutant monster that may further mutate into a superhuman entity that can teleport into other times in human history on Earth and the history of creatures on other planets by putting themselves in psychic trances? Sure. I'll talk to you about this later. Bye. Have a great day. The day ends, and Dalton sees Veronica by her car in the parking lot outside of school. I have to warn you about JD. What about it? He has some ulterior motives at the school. He's it in for some of the other students. Beware of him. He's dangerous. Oh, I doubt that. He's a nice young man. He doesn't want to hurt people. He wants to spread kindness wherever he goes. He's full of love. He's got nothing but good vibes emanating from him. He's so wonderful. Bullshit! He's a fucking asshole. He likes to hurt people. Look out. There's a lot of malevolent people at this school. JD and I have formed an alliance to defend ourselves. I'll see you later, Veronica. Would you like to meet me at the Snappy Snack Shack tomorrow for a turbo dog and a slushie? Sure. The next day arrives and Veronica sees Dalton pull into the parking lot of the Snappy Snack Shack where she is waiting for him in her baby blue Porsche and he in his Pinto. Hi, Veronica. You look incredible. Thanks, Mike. Let's go inside the store and get a slushie and a turbo dog. Sure. Dalton and Veronica go inside the Snappy Snack Shack and order the food. A woman takes their order. How can I help you? Give me a turbo dog and a grape slushie. A turbo dog and a cherry slushie for me. I'll get that for you. Let me warn you. The slushies are amazing, but the turbo dogs are fucking disgusting. Shouldn't you be promoting the food here? Being an employee of the Snappy Snack Shack? No. What do I fucking care? They pay me minimum wage. I'll give them minimum effort for a minimum wage. That's cool. Did you know that's a line from a Replacements song? No, I just thought of that myself. I've never heard of the Replacements. Who are they? They're a rock and roll band from Minneapolis. They have this album called Hootenanny where they sing, I'll give you a minimum effort for a minimum wage. Such a coincidence that you thought of that independently of that song. That's cool. The human minds of people are connected on a deep level. There's a real telepathic phenomenon happening. I might have harvested that notion from the mind of the Replacements. In the subconscious of both of us, we may have simultaneously thought that for them, it found its expression in a song. For me, it found its expression in my disillusionment with working at the Snappy Snack Shack. But the Snappy Snack Shack is a wonderful place to work. The Snappy Snack Shack? A wonderful place to work? Bull fucking shit. This place is a fucking grime hole where you pray every night to a God that you hope exists to spare you from having some maniac rob you at gunpoint. There are no fucking benefits. I don't even get free turbo dogs and slushies. Then I go to my hole-in-the-wall apartment and watch the lottery drawing every night on television while feasting on a Swanson frozen dinner. To me, that would be paradise. It's all perspective. You just need to look at things with better eyes. No, it sucks. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Would you like to go back to your house? Yeah. Don and Veronica went to Veronica's house. They had a terrific evening. Dalton was just about to leave for the evening when Veronica turned to him. Dalton? Yes, what is it, Veronica? Would you like to spend the night here? Sure. That'd be wonderful. Where can I sleep? With me in my bed. Seriously? Sure. Come with me. It's just around the corner at the end of the hallway. Mike and Veronica come to the end of the hallway where Veronica's bedroom is. This is a beautiful bedroom, Veronica. I notice you have a telescope. Can I have a look? Sure. Take a look through it. Mike looks through the telescope and sees a beautiful array of planets and constellations on that warm evening in early June. Do you see that planet to the west of Orion? I can see it. Which planet is it? That's planet Jonadq. It is? How do you know? On some nights, planet Jonadq, though many light years away, emits a brilliant light, enabling it to be seen by the naked human eye here on Earth. When this occurs, if you are staring right at the planet, you receive alien messages transmitted to your mind through a kind of transom that connects material reality to non-material reality in the field of thought forms. Are they in the form of words? No, it's pure thoughts. You receive thoughts from aliens on planet Jonadq and a kind of esoteric field where your thoughts can be sent to the aliens. That's fascinating. Is there any alien in particular that you're getting to know? Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. La da 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 da. There's a male alien named Kando and a female alien named Isidorax I've become acquainted with. They are in a lover's dispute. Turn around and looking back at you, Veronica. Veronica turns around and sees Kando and Isidorax in back of him. They have apparently teleported to Earth and are standing there in Veronica's bedroom. Greetings, Earthlings. Hi. Wow. How did you get here so quickly? We teleported from planet Jonadq. Nice bedroom. Thanks, Kando. Would you aliens like a drink or something? No, we have to get going. Kando and Isidorax teleported back to planet Jonadq. Wow. So now you met Kando and Isidorax. Yeah, that was interesting. You should be with me, Veronica. We'll talk about this. We'll talk about it. Dalton and Veronica had a wonderful evening. Dalton sees Veronica in the parking lot after school. They start talking to each other. Meanwhile, in the Dreamlove Theater, Dalton and Veronica from Others 2 are talking to each other in the realm where parallel narrative is taking place. Do you want to get some popcorn? Sure. Veronica and Dalton come back to the realm where parallel narrative takes place and go to the concession stand for popcorn. They start eating their popcorn and having a conversation. This is fascinating. We're watching our younger selves in a parallel narrative. Parallel narrative. to Heather's. It's amazing to see the scenes that took place that were not included in the movie. Yeah, people who are fans of Heather should see parallel narrative to get the whole story. The real story of Heather's is really the original movie, along with the parallel narrative. Dalton and Veronica went back into the theater to watch the rest of parallel narrative. They came out of the Dreamlove Theater to a beautiful moonlit evening and were greeted by Candace and Isidorix. It's nice to see you. Hi. It's nice to see you, Candace and Isidorix. Are you getting along? Our romance is blossoming. Can we come to your lake house? That's not very polite, Candace. You don't just invite yourself to my lake house. Why not? Because it's not proper etiquette. You're supposed to wait for the person to invite you. If they do invite you, then you graciously accept their invitation. We're coming to your lake house. What? You are not coming to my lake house. You have not been invited. We are coming to your lake house. Stay out of it, Isidorix. You are not coming to my lake house. Either Isidorix and I come to your lake house, or you're going to be teleported to planet Chanticue. You can't teleport us to planet Chanticue, Kando. Watch me. Kando and Isidorix got on the spaceship and traveled back to planet Chanticue. You don't really think they could teleport us back to planet Chanticue, do you? Let's hope not. I don't want to live with a bunch of aliens. Let's go to your lake house. Sure. The other Veronica went back to Veronica's lake house. They had a wonderful evening. They got up the next morning and went for a walk along Lake Serenity. It was a breezy and warm morning in late June, and there was a brightness to the sky to the day that lent itself to an eternal optimism. This place is beautiful, Veronica. I would really love to see you purchase your lake house. Believe me, I want to. I can't afford it. If I moved in with you, you could afford it. That'll be nice. You have to be faithful to me if you want to keep me. I have been faithful to you, Veronica. I've had lustful thoughts about other women, but I didn't actually cheat on you. Commitment is predicated on total devotion to your lover in thoughts and actions. Sexual activity is an empty physical experience when it is not connected to true love. I agree wholeheartedly, Veronica. I know I joked around about it in the past, but I believe in commitment, and sex is a beautiful expression of the consummation of love. That's the right thing to say. Think of the wonderful new memories we could form if I was to move in with you. A house is only an object constructed out of wood and other materials until it is illuminated by the souls of lovers so deeply in love that their love is an essence of beauty that brings transcendence to the hearts and minds of human beings and tranquility to places. I agree. Do you want to go back to your lake house for lunch? Sure. Dalton and Veronica went back to the lake house to find JD leaning against his black Corvette with his arms crossed and a jealous look on his face. Good morning, you lovers. Fancy seeing you here. Fancy seeing us here. What the fuck are you doing here, JD? Nobody invited you to Veronica's lake house. I don't need an invitation. You see, my dad's construction company built this beautiful house. Veronica's been defaulting on rental payments. Unless she pays the rent, she's out of here. The rent is in the mail. Now get the fuck out of here, or I call the police. Why did you leave me for the science nerd, Veronica? He's not a nerd. He's a cool person. who was a brilliant scientist. Whatever, Veronica. With that, JD, looking extremely sad and dejected, cruises up back home in his Corvette. Let's have some lunch. Sure. Dalton and Veronica talked into the afternoon and had a wonderful evening. Dalton and Veronica got up the next morning and walked to Lake Serenity. It was a cloudy, unseasonably cool morning for midsummer with an almost autumnal chill in the air. That JD has really turned out to be a bastard, hasn't he? Yeah, the situation is not good. I have this beautiful lake house that I can only keep if I make rental payments to that son of a bitch. Maybe you should look into another lake house on some other lake. I don't like the idea of you here. Not when JD's dad's construction company is involved. I agree with that. I don't like dealing with JD and his dad's construction company as a renter of this house, especially considering the fact that JD is bitter about me leaving him. It's like he has this pathetic jealousy whenever he sees me with you. What is it that keeps you here, despite such unnerving circumstances? It's the house itself. I feel great in this house. This house seems to communicate with me on a subliminal level, giving me a sense of eternal pleasure and security as it illuminates my soul with the knowledge of the truth of limitless beauty as I wander through labyrinthine realms of indescribable transcendence. Really? You feel all that inside of this house? I was just looking outside the window the other day and saw a bum eating scraps of food out of your garbage can. This place gives me a feeling of being eternally disgusted by the utter depravity of a humanity that, despite having evolved socially, economically, technologically, and intellectually, still is in a disordered state. Oh, the guy who eats my garbage? He's a friend of mine. He's a friend of yours? The guy who eats scraps of food out of your garbage. Yes, he is. First of all, why would you befriend a bum who eats your garbage? He's not a bum. Come again? He's not a bum? He most certainly is not a bum. I always thought that if you ate garbage out of garbage cans, that would seem to imply that you are a bum. Here's the difference. He eats my garbage because he likes it. He's actually a multimillionaire with a strange fascination with garbage. He's a part of a secret society of garbage-eating millionaires, unbeknownst to most people except for me and you for now, and now you. We're on a quest to find a perfect meal that they harvested from people's garbage. They compare results with each other and hold discussions about the nuances and subtleties of the garbage that they have eaten. As a matter of fact, there's a cable television station that, like closed circuit cable television, that is only available to them where they have a weekly show about the different homes they ate garbage at. they tape episodes and have discussions about trash cuisine in a similar way to the show Check Please. That's really bizarre. How about it? What's the guy's name who eats your garbage? I don't know. I was just kidding. I didn't know that you saw somebody eating my garbage. Really? You saw somebody eating my garbage? Yes, I did, Veronica. I think you should move. Okay, so that was a bizarre incident that you happened to see. Assuming that that is the exception and not the rule, I want to keep my lake house. I know it is a beautiful place. When I walk along the lake with you, my soul is transported to a plane of existence, whereupon I feel the numinous glow of my self awareness in a place of otherworldly pleasures that can only be felt by the union of souls of lovers, of the souls of lovers who have found each other on this fleeting temporal plane of existence in a society of people, many of whom inhabit mortal physical forms animated by souls that are dead to the sublime and transcendent feelings of an alive soul. I feel that way when I'm with you too. These pleasures that I feel are not strictly physical pleasures derived from a mortal physical form, but the transcendent pleasures of a soul that has found its soulmate and is enlightened by the awareness of the existence of higher levels of reality beyond this illusory plane of existence. Yeah, I agree. Awesome. Would you like to take a walk by the lake? Sure. That'd be wonderful. Let's go. Delta and Veronica took a walk along Lake Serenity. They went back to the Veronica's lake house and proceeded to have a wonderful evening. Delta and Veronica got up the next morning and took a walk to Lake Serenity. What a beautiful afternoon it is, isn't it? It is. The warm summer breeze massages my skin as I look upon the placid waters of Lake Serenity, finding meaning and significance in nature and love and destiny in the cosmos. Would you like to take a walk around town? Sure. Dalton and Veronica drove into town. Look, Dalton, they're showing the original Heathers in a matinee at the Dream Love Theater. Look, it's an enhanced version of the movie. It's titled Heathers, Seen by the Eyes of Love. They walk up to the ticket booth and purchase their tickets. They find Mike Meyer at the ticket booth. That's correct. The movie is titled Heathers, Seen by the Eyes of Love, because it is a film containing not only the movie, but the movie being watched by me at home. On the movie screen, you see the movie itself and me, Mike Meyer, at home watching the movie on a rented video on my television. You see the expressions on my face that convey the emotions that I felt during each scene of the movie. When you look into my eyes during a particular scene, my emotions, my notions relating to that scene can be gleaned by observation. The exact moment that I fell in love with Winona Ryder watching Heather's on video at home can be seen in my eyes. So you are not only seeing the movie, but you're watching me watching the movie and getting a sense of the emotions that the movie inspired in me and how my love for Winona Ryder was brought to life by the movie. Give us 2 tickets for it, sure.